Yes, my people. Yes, yes, yes. Blessed. You know who it is, you know. Red, the original red, red shot black star. 53-year-old. Don't know. At the earth, man. See? I don't know who it is. Cosmo. All the way. Yes, my people. Love you now. I love the way you deal with me. I love how y'all deal with me. And I appreciate your thanks, you know. I appreciate your love. I appreciate your comments. You know, I appreciate the topic, the questions. I appreciate everything. And I love y'all guys from all over the world, man. In the West Indies, you know, all over the world, for the four ends of the earth. I appreciate y'all guys, you know. I really, really, really appreciate y'all guys. Yes, people. You don't know, you know, in this society we live in, it's like the weak, the strong always prey on the weak. You see, like it's an evil thing where them have, they don't know how to get along. People don't know how to help people anymore. People just know how to ransack people and push people down. If I want to come up and I have four of my brothers trying the same thing, in business or anything, we as a people come together, we always look to eliminate. We deal with elimination. I man don't deal with elimination. I man deal with prosperity, progress for all. If every black man get up and rise and do something, and that will help. That will be a progress. A person have to worry about the next person, how they will eat, because they know the person have capability and they are using it and they are putting it in good use for them to eat. So, like I say, you know, I man don't come to fight flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness in high places. See, I deal with equality. I always tell people that I don't really like mess with justice, because justice not too just to us, but equality, most definitely. So, on the level of the race is not only for the swift, but for those that could endure. You see, enough people are going to run in and start the race at the starting line. Gunshot bust. Bah! Everybody start. But it's who gonna reach to the finishing line that is fit and blessed by the Most High. I reach the finishing line. So the race is not only for the swift. On my journey, my mission is to help people. My mission is not to fight down people or hold down people. See? My mission is to uplift people that wants to uplift themselves with the conversations and the knowledge and the wisdom and the understanding. Those who have ears will hear, and they will buckle up them, you know, shoes, or lace up them shoes, pull up them socks. Yeah, man, and they will form a line and do things right. So I don't come here to fight against people. Yes, I remember I started this thing and nothing really wasn't going on, really. And I do the video with gun by, and he come to the wing gate and you know, I do my thing and he do his thing, and yeah, y'all see how much views this video got. But me personally, I'm watching, this is a balance. It's a balance. Me not carry red eye and feeling and grudgefulness and these things. The eye love the eye and I love the eye. And people want to come ask all type of questions, but it's so, I might not carry no for my envy or grudge or hatred in my heart for anybody. I learn to live on what is for you, and in due course time, you work hard, you'll accomplish it. I don't use excuses to say, like some people wouldn't deal with society, expect the government to owe them something and somebody gonna give them something. Nobody not forgive you nothing. If you work hard and you will achieve what you want. Anything you put your mind to and you believe, it could happen. See, we come into this country from all over the world, and we come here. The reason why we come here, we are hardworking and we're gonna make a better life. And we don't care what anybody say. And that's for everybody. That's for even people who were born here. I have children, majority of my children born in the United States. They're Americans. And I teach them to be proud of who you are. You are American and be proud of that. And America is a very beautiful, powerful place. It's certain people that's in this country, in every country. Jamaica, Guyana, Trinidad, Haiti. There are lots of nice people. It's just certain demonic people that live in amongst the people them that is just grudgeful, that is all about themselves. They is very piggish. They does not want to see a next man eat, although they are eating very expensive. But if this man eating a little bread and butter, they don't want that. They rather see the man try to swallow a stone. So again, it comes with the red eye and the envious and the bad mind. And we burn these things. The bad mind, the envious, the jealousy, the hatred, and the envy. We burn these things. We don't tolerate them, and we don't affiliate with people with this type of attitude, because if I am trying something in life and I'm being progressive in life, and the Most High is blessing my energy with good energy, good vibes, and things is unfolding where my blessings is, it's galore. And one will come and just see this little blessings that I am getting upon my hard work and me believing in myself, pushing myself to a limit, and to the understanding that I have becomes one with soul, mind, and body, and therefore I got to go ahead, and someone will come and want to hate I man or fight against I man. And wickedness, fire. We flame fire upon them people there. And when we attack fire, people when we say fire, people want to it's literally we're gonna light fire, and the fire is the truth. The fire is the energy into the truth, letting one know, and even though one act like one don't understand. Most people like to act like they're very smart, and they're dumb as hell. Would they act like they're they're the smartest, genius, brilliant person? And you could see the heart, the black heart, the evil heart. Seeing the evil, corruptible mind and soul and body. You see it by the works. You know them, the things where they do. You see people. So there's a lot of wolf in sheep's clothing. They come around and they're just like certain pastors. They come around and them preach and them talk about love, but in their heart is hatred. They don't want love. They are creating a lot of confusion in the congregations, in the churches, in the places where they go to worship. They create a lot of confusion, and there are people on the whole. It's like that. You have a job, you're working on the job, and you come to do your job, you take your job seriously, so you really showing progress and how meaningful your work is to you. So you put your mind, soul, and body again to your ability for your job. So you get promoted or whatever. You find somebody that was there 5 years before you, maybe it's 8 years before you, maybe 2 years, or someone probably came after you, probably together with you when you got the job, and they hate you for no reason, just because nothing going on for them. They are not doing anything progressive. They are so evil and so bad-minded and so corrupt. Anything they touch, it collapses, and nothing's going good for them, because they like to slay people with them tongue. Like I tell people, the reason why I tell people, say, I'm not better than them and they are not better than me. Even the rich man that living in his big mansion and he could drive $148,000 Benz or $2 million, whatever you want to spend for him, pretty car. I don't against him. I don't hate him. I work for him thing and he getting thing. I sometimes then get it by the backs of poor people, then rob poor people, then insurance scamming, then kill a lot of people, and then get them riches. Now the next person see this man with this car and want to kill him for this car, not knowing this man has created a bunch of abomination, murdering, slaughtering, torture. Okay, we don't know. That's why you don't envy people for what them have, because the price for what them have, you don't know what it's like. And there are two prices. There's a physical price and spiritual price. There's a price where you're going to pay that's not nice, especially when you achieve your riches by killing or extortion or whatever that you are doing that is not right. And, you are actually, sucking the eye of the sufferer. That's not right. So that's why you see a lot of the rich guys, them, when they lose their money into the stocks and They lose all the money. Then climb up the building and take a bed sheet, put that around themselves and jump down. Some of them shoot themselves in the head, blow the brain out. Some of them poison themselves. Some of them kill the entire family. Because, you see, when you adore and worship vanity, like how some people are doing, it comes to a time where you get so attached to your vanity that when your vanity, if it's the bank that want to take your house, if it's whatever that you lose in whatever, you cannot live without that. So you kill yourself, not knowing this is just vanity. And this, when you have life, you lose things and you gain stuff. Life is a process, like I tell people, it's a process of learning to implement good things. You know, if you build a house and you didn't build it properly, you didn't put no metal, no good support, no good foundation, yes, you will build your house, but the fact is, how long would your house stand for? How many years it will last? Saying, because sometimes right after they build them, then collapse. But a man who take time and know what he's doing and build a house with a good foundation, a house with a good foundation is a house. It will stand up upright, it will stand firm. Yours, it will stand firm. So it's just the love. See, it's just the love all the time. And this is why I tell people the things that I tell them, every day. Stop practicing negativity. Stop practicing wickedness. Stop practicing hatred. Stop practicing where you think that you're better than everybody else. Stop practicing racism, where you white or you black and you believe this person don't consider because you're lighter than them, darker than them, clearer than them, whatever the case may be with the skin tone, skin complexion. We have people just because they've been getting bashed on, that they went and they bleached them skin because they felt too dark. Some people been hearing they're ugly from the day they're born, and they believe that if they bleach them skin and go get a nose lift or something, it will make them to fit in. And that's the worst thing. As you see it happen to a lot of these movie stars and Hollywood people, them have the money and the ability to go and say they could, for them to fit in is to fix up. Look at my nose. You think I want to change my nose? That's a big hole. Look, I will never change that because I didn't create that. You see there? So I come, so I will go. See me, I am. As I grow older, sometimes I get up and the heavy swell up. Especially when I don't get no sleep. And then it swells up. But you think I will go for someone to go and cut out my skin to make it back nice? I was beautiful one time. I was handsome. I'm still are. I'm still am. So why would I want to go and change anything? Listen, man. The only thing I may do, see them teeth, them white teeth, they come out one and then come on in front. I might go on for that teeth. And that's what I want to do. That is a danger. This is my teeth. This is not the danger. This is my teeth. But I'm just saying, if I wouldn't lose my front teeth, maybe I would go to the dentist and have them to put in my teeth because I think it suits my mouth. That is it. Okay, because I born with no teeth and teeth come, me tongue in a mouth. And sometimes, what your life so funny, your teeth came and find your tongue in your mouth. And majority of times, your teeth bite your tongue or bite your gums, your inner mouth. That's to show you, even just like your own teeth could bite your tongue or bite your gums, your inside of your jaw, your teeth could do that. And when you're looking at it, you wonder how that happened. It does happen. But if you have to wonder, how could this go and bite this or this bite your tongue? But it happened. Well, that's to show you. And these things are your stuff. And sometimes your teeth violate your tongue and bite your tongue. See? So it's the same way you have to watch your friend them. And watch certain people that wants to fight for vanity or always believe say they're better than somebody else. See? I am not in the concept of thinking I'm better than anybody. Because I know who I am. And if I see somebody who's not acting right or someone that is not in my category, Even more, I will not say anything to that person, and I will not make this person think. Make this person. I will tell this person that I'm better than them. I'm not gonna tell them that, cause this person could be going through the problems right now. But what about later on? 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 months from now, a week from now, this person could do a detour and find themselves and becomes more progressive than I am. So once again, it's just the blessings of you acknowledging another one to do good and help another. See, this is the thing about the human race, or my earthling people. Never see come see get crazy. Sometimes you never add something and then you get it and you don't know how to deal with it. Okay? Okay? That's like you're robbing all your life. You don't know what it is to work hard. Because until you want something, you rob, you steal. But if you want somebody that's working hard for everything that you want, when you get paid for what you do, you will enjoy your money. You will enjoy your money. So, there are balance and everything. And this is why one mustn't believe, or no one shouldn't believe that they are better than anybody. Even the rich man that have all his billions, and he's a trillionaire, billionaire, he believed that he's better because he could go anywhere. Everybody knows Mr. So-and-so. Mr. So-and-so. He doesn't even have to stay on the line. You goes on the line and you stay on the line. Yeah, and you might get mad and say, well, I gotta stay on the line, man. If I was Mr. So-and-so. But you gotta realize, sometimes envying and being want to be like someone, okay, it has problems because you are rejecting your true purpose on who you are to follow someone. Now, much less if this person is not giving you no good feedback, no good energy. And this person is just a person that's an outcast, but they have a lifestyle that you figure is a good lifestyle. But this person doesn't have no guidance in their life. That lifestyle that they have, they will fade away with it. So the importance, like I said, I don't come here to fight flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness in high and low places. And this is why I must always talk about these wicked forces and these entities and these demon forces that is here, that is mimicking us as a people, as a nation of people, and creating certain lifestyles or accepting certain ways of life to say this is the way. Are trying to have everybody to live their lifestyle. And when you sit down and you acknowledge if you're blessed by the Most High God, and you know within yourself, you'll see these people is falling off the wagon, man. These people are very evil. And you could study them. Listen to when they are talking. Listen. Listen to them clearly with your ear. Listen to them when they are talking. The things that they say and how they say it. You know they are evil. You know they are very, very evil. So if you know they're evil, why would you want to intertwine with them? Why would you want to intertwine with them? You advise? So, wicked people, uncorruptible people, bad-minded people, red-eyed people, envious people, always like to whisper. They like to create confusion. They never satisfy. There's always a problem and an issue that they want to bring. When there's no problem and no issue, it's just the wickedness within them, the evil spell within them forces their soul and their whole aura to be a negative. So whatever thing they are doing, they have to be, I'm better than you, or you are nobody. That's like the rich man. Don't think about the poor. Because he got money, his family is okay. They eat the caviar. They drink the $1,000 bottle of champagne. They drinks the expensive wine, the $4,000 bottle of wine, the 1924, the 1920. Yeah, and they leave. So you and I don't consider when these rich folks see us, that may have green bananas and sweet potatoes and some fish, fish. But that's what we could afford, those. And fish is very expensive. So some people is even worse. I mean, I could afford to go get fish and buy and cook. But there are some people that just cannot even afford that fish, not even that provisions to go with that fish. And a lot of these people, when you see them, it's like they're on the waist, they're sidelined. Because there are other people that has the ability that could go and buy a big piece of ham, a piece of turkey, a whole turkey, buy 15 pounds of this and 35 pounds of this, and they flamboyant with it. But that little man, when he has his little $10 or $20 or whatever God the Most High bless him with, and he got to go and buy his little poor food, and you gonna look at him and want to laugh at him. But I guarantee you, what he's cooking is more rich and more appetizing and more healthy than what the rich man is buying to eat and drink. When the poor man is drinking a glass of water, or he might squeeze a lime, he doesn't even have money to get sugar. So he might just have the water with a lime and squeeze that lime in that water. And then that rich man that's drinking that expensive bottle of champagne for $2,000, $3,000, $1,000, $500, whatever. The little poor man that's drinking that lime water, and he's probably eating some grits with some eggs, or that he could eat pork, whatever. The Most High God blesses his meal. For the rich man believe he got it like that. And majority of times he's not even thankful for his food. Okay? So God bless the poor and the needy all the time. All the time. Sometimes you see rich folks that dropping like flies, and the little poor man is still there. When I was a little boy in an area, I remember used to have a lot of old houses, and then on the next side, when you look, it was all the people with the money, the nice big houses, upstairs and downstairs brick houses. But the funniest stuff to me, it's kind of funny but not funny. But in the time of the storm, or the hurricanes and bad weather season, and the storms come and the hurricane comes, and the next day, like when they will give the bulletin and warn you and tells you there's a storm coming, please stay in your house, do not come outside, this, that, and the third. The next day after the storm gone by, and you get up, we get up and we look, and we see all the expensive houses. Their roof fly off. Half of the building is gone, or half of the house is gone. Then that when you look onto the poor area where the houses were slanting on one side, these houses, Most High God allow them to stand forth. They stand still. Not even, some of them, before the storm, when you look at the house, they got rocks on top of it. Then the zinc is not even nailed down, like the shelter, the zinc, the galvanized, whatever you want to call it, zinc. That is not even really nailed down properly. So they got a bunch of rocks on top of that, holding this down. Here comes the storm now. And the brand new house, the expensive house, that is well built, roof blow away, house flew, gone. And that little house, that being on the side, waiting to fall and by, saying, yeah, it stays within the storm. The Most High hold that house down for that poor man, that poor woman, that child, poor child. And the rich people that was looking down on these poor people. In the morning, that same poor man didn't get up and laugh and say, you see, my house and your house. That poor man go over there and help that rich man. When that rich man never he never cared about that poor man, if he ate or didn't eat, or if he leave, or if he died. That rich man didn't care. But now look, who is coming to his rescue? The same poor man that he saw that was nothing, that had no ability. So people, you gotta be mindful. We are not better than each other. We might live a better lifestyle that we say, but look, the lifestyle. You get up every day, you could eat this amount pork, your pizza, your caviar, and yet still you go to the doctor more than me that does not even eat like how you eat, but you go to the doctor more than me because it allows, you have all the money and you have all that, but there's something about your true self is not there. So of course, you're not connected. You're not into the like I was watching the movie Avatar, where everything is connected. And that's why I try to tell people, all of us are connected. It's like there's this big circuit breaker where we all plugged into. It's like the motherboard, and we all got to come and charge up in there. So why would you say you don't like me, or I'm different from you, or whatever, but then you still, for the life resource on the life level, you still got to plug in. But yes, there is a difference. There is a difference between the people, because those who acknowledge the way of the Most High are different from the people that allow demonic ways and demonic attitudes, and some of them are actually not humans, but demons that host in their body. So of course, so again, yes, some of us are different when it comes on the concept of the liberty of helping your brother, being thy brother's keeper. You see them because they're not that. They will say, I need all of that for me. Hell with you. I'm not sharing that with you. All this is mine. I don't know, but I'm just going to take this for me and be selfish. I am on a different agenda. I think if I have one bread, yes, if I am my brother's keeper, I shall break it and give you peace. And that's why we should know our brothers and sisters, and we should know ourselves and know who we are as a people. Because we does not want to affiliate it or intertwine with demons that have host bodies for themselves or souls for themselves. Because there are people that walking around, they look human, but they're not. Because these people done sold their soul out for a long time. So they might look like John or Harry or whoever that you figure that you know, but these people have been gone years ago. They're different individuals. They don't care about nobody. They just care about themselves. Some of them don't even care about themselves by the things that they do to themselves. So once again, people, you don't know the RedShot BlackStar. Peace and blessings to all my people. One love. See? And once again, I appreciate everything. And the videos, they're coming. It's just I going through a little hard time, going through little things, and I try to put them one. My phone was giving me a little bit of problem, so I'm about to get me a better phone. That is actually, that phone is I think it's the Galaxy 10 Note, something like that. That is actually for Vogue. It does these things better. It has more space. It will show my videos better. So just work with me, people. I'm here and I will educate your people and you will educate me. And don't forget, like I said, to like, share, and subscribe. And again, people, I stand for a purpose. And the purpose that I stand for is proclaiming the Almighty, the Most High, upon the work that I have to do in this world, in this land of the living, and on this 9th level, and on this planet Earth, in this mud. I gotta do this work because, like I said, when I walk through my neighborhood and other neighborhoods like that resembles my neighborhood, and I see children that resembles the same children in my neighborhood that reminds me of my children. So this is why I said RedShot BlackStar would love to build a platform, and the platform will be through the people and by the people and for the people, and to teach, to share the little that I know, and to have other brothers. There are a lot of brothers out here that are brilliant, that has a lot of ideas, that are skillful, trade masters, carpenters, pun makers. There's a lot of brothers, man, and this is why I'm trying to allow people to know and hear me out. This is not just about RedShot BlackStar or Red the Earthman or Cosmo. No, this is about my children, your children, and children, our generation. You know, our young ones that doesn't have places to go, recreation places that they could go, like indoors, where they could go and get a meal here. Tell me right now, where at this time, it must be almost 3 o'clock or whatever it is. Where could a child go right now, apart from the food that they're given in the school that is not even appropriate? Where could the child go right now, right now, at 3 o'clock right now, to say, well, before I go home, I could stop over here and I could get a plate of food, because my mom ain't coming home until 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Or when I go home, I know definitely there's nothing in the fridge. I doesn't have anything to eat. So why people are not hearing when I'm saying it's not just about me. This is not about my stomach alone. This is not just about me to shine. This is not about how much money I want to make. This is not about what car I want to drive, in what house I want to live. This is something for my children, your children, and their children, and for every child, a place that they could go. They could go and say, okay, my mom's ain't coming home until 7 o'clock. Mr. RedShot BlackStar has a open phone number that whoever comes in his place, names up there, because we are not just allowing anybody just to come over there to idle. Whoever coming over there will know their names, will have a phone number, a contact number. You know, I don't want to open places for young youth, 16, 17-year-old or 10-year-old or different, to come and to find places to do negative things. No, I'm not opening a place to smoke weed. No, I'm not opening a place to throw dice. No, I'm not opening a place for little girls or boys to have intercourse, to have sex. No, what I am trying to, it's a backbone for my people there. My young brothers and sisters, my kings and queens, the young ones, they could learn something. And I keep saying, why is it in our schools, right? There's no home economic, none. They are not teaching the children anything, no carpentry, no trade, no engineering, none of that. So a child is going to school, and then until they graduate from the regular school to go into high school and all of that there and college, how do, for college you got to take a loan. I feel if the government will come and put back these things back into the schools where a child could learn a trade from youth, that will help our country. That will help our youth, because they will be able to have a trade, a skill. And this is the thing I have to keep using China and saying China. Majority of young people in China are skillful engineers, electricians, inventions. China is doing so much with the youth, their youth. That is why they're getting so advanced. And like I said, but I remember when China was like nothing. Like 20 years ago, 30 years ago, China was like problems. And look how China fly past and everything. Because they know if they educate the youth, they will stand strong. They know if they teach the youth a trade, teach them skills, welding and all these things, their country will be strong, will stand firm. But especially in our black schools and our black youth, they don't know, majority of them don't know nothing. Nothing is not being taught. And what is being taught is more about sex or different agenda. Male agenda, female agenda, people that wants to live a certain way. Like, I don't want to call the name because I don't want nobody to believe that I'm blessed, on them. But you know what? They have trainings. They got different type of people with different sexual lifestyle. That is what they want to influence our children. They're not giving them the tools. If you don't arm our youth with the tools, how they will able to live in a society that will be progressive and part of the society? So I believe that is something that the government should implement and bring back into the schools. Teach the children they trade at a very young age. So at least if the child is not a brain to the point of book sense, but the child will find something interesting, like a trade, like locksmith, air conditioning, election, carpentry. Like I said, teach them. If you teach them, they will learn. But if in the school is bored, in the school it's like children don't want to go to school. So people, I want you all to overs. And this is why I said RedShot BlackStar want to build his platform where I am weak and I need your guys. I need your support. I need your donations. I need your guys. I need a spot. There's a lot of places I don't have the collaterals where there's spots that's just there where I could be doing something positive in the community. And we start from one community to another community to a different community. But your guys and your brothers and sisters that has that money, that blowing that money in the clubs, like I keep saying, on champagnes and cars and clothes, man. Yo, your brother is right here. Do something positive. You always say, they're from the ghetto, they're from the ghetto, they're from the ghetto. But yeah, we got to start in the ghetto. There's a lot of gifted children in the ghetto. And all eyes are closed. It's like everybody looking down on the projects like, oh, they're project rats. Man, you all have them like that. You all give them that state of mind. That's what I'm saying. In the projects, there are people living in the projects. There are people. They're not animals. They're people. They're people. Even though some of them grew with certain lifestyle, they could change around. It's a thing called recycle, man. We could recycle these people. We could like bring them around. Put more progressive things in our school. Mr. President, any one of the presidents, those that's about to come and those that's here. I don't know. I'm not really a politician because I just watch politics on a different level. That I believe that all the people that trying to get elected, that's giving you a 6 or a 9, that coming to you when they wants to fit in the air, that tells you all the solutions of how they could help your problem, help your community, and when they get there, they forget about you. And they've been doing that for years. So this is why I say we need black activists like myself and other people to come through and make our community rise up. They ain't gonna do it for us. We gotta do it for ourselves. So peace and blessings, people. Once again, you don't know the RedShot BlackStar. If I have said anything wrong, that is off track and it's wrong and it's offend anybody, may the Most High forgive me. And if I said what I said and it's the truth and I know it's the truth, and the Most High will bless me and bless those that is willing to help me and help this cause and this platform. Let's make that RedShot BlackStar to be something that all eyes from all over the world could see and see the progress and how we could save our young boys and our young girls, our kings and our queens, how we could save them. And my idea and my way of doing that is by teaching these children in the right way, teaching them to pick up a trade, some form of trade that will help them later on in life. So if they're not cut out to have a master's or be a lawyer or a doctor or something like that, this is all good, but at least they have a trade they could fall back on. And this is what, again, like I said, makes a lot of other countries like China and even Mexico. Y'all talk about those Mexicans and all of that, but these Mexicans are mixing cement at the age of 7 years old, 6 years old. They're mixing cement. They're making bricks. They're learning to build stuff.